Hi everybody, in this video I'm going to talk about triggers and how you can I'm going to show you how you can create a door system using the triggers. So we don't, first of all, we don't need this cube anymore, so I'm going to right click and delete this. I used it to actually just show you guys how it works, and this waypoint parent, I'm going to just turn it off for now. So by the way, you can click here and that will set an object it will deactivate an object and you won't be able to see it in your scene. Now I'm going to first create a new cube, and let's make sure it's here, it's 0, and now I'm going to make this cube maybe not 2 but 3 by 5, and then maybe not 5 but 3, well, let's make it 4, and by 10. So yeah, that's not bad, that's good. And then I'm going to I'm going to deactivate the mesh render, and the layer is going to be ignore raycast. The raycast part will be explained later. Right now, let's call this door trigger, okay? And maybe let's make the X 4. Now, add a rigid body component to this physics rigid body, and we don't need gravity. It can be kinematic, and it's going to be trigger. So to make it trigger, you have to check this box, okay? And I'm going to create a new script, C#. It's called door control. Okay, and this door control, so this door trigger is going to have a door control script. Cool. Now it will have a door, so right click, object, cube, inside there. It took up its space, but actually let's do it this way. Delete this one, delete the script from here. Now create an empty, not empty, my bad. Just create a cube, 3D object cube, and let's make this, it's 4 by 4, right? So this cube should be also 4 by 4. And let's bring it here, maybe like right here. Okay. So drag and drop inside the door trigger and make sure it's at 0, 0, 0. So this way, when you actually click the door trigger, you can see it's right in the middle of the door. Now you can take it out. This is going to be the closed position of our door. So right click on the cube and create an empty object. Let's call this position 1. Right now, drag and drop outside, and the cube will go up, not to 4 but to 8. So this is when the door is opened. So if you look at not 8 but 6, so when the door is open, it's going to be right there, you see. So that way the door opens and the player can pass without touching the door, and he's not blocked. Okay, so at this point, right click door trigger, not door trigger but the cube. By the way, just name it door. Right click and create empty, so that it creates an object at its position. So name it position 2 and drag and drop outside. Okay, so click on position 1, select the color, so you can actually visualize this. Select position 2, select the color. So you see, the position 2 is where the door is opened, position 1 is when the door is closed. Okay, so the door should go back to where it is. Now, the door trigger is gonna detect when the player walks within its premise. Now, what is a trigger? Triggers are used to detect collision. They initiate actions using on collider and on trigger enter. It detects a collision, but not necessarily it. It detects an object walking into its space, but it doesn't really create a collision. That's the difference. So you actually use these to trigger things. For example, this guy will be able to walk into this space, and it's going to open the door for him, as opposed to him just hitting this collider and creating a collision. Okay. Now let's open the door control. Let's say void on trigger enter. So this is another built-in Unity event. It happens when something enters within a trigger. This time it takes a collider type, other, not collision but collider. So if other.tag equals player, right, then this will open the door. So void open door. And then we also gonna have close door method. Okay. So the door will have two positions: transform public, transform closed position, and public transform opened position, and public transform current position. Right. So I'm gonna make it that at the beginning of the game the door is at closed position. So current position will be closed. Right. And the door will always be moving towards the whatever position it needs to be at. So we're gonna also have a door, by the way, public transform a door, and door dot translate current position. It's gonna have a speed, public float move speed, say 10f, okay, and multiply by move speed, multiply by time dot delta time. So if the door opens, current position will be open position, and otherwise current position will be equal to closed position. Now if enter, we enter the door, then enter the trigger, we're going to open the door, right? Now same way we're going to detect if the player exits the door on trigger exit collider other. If the object that's left the premise has a tag player, then we're gonna close the door. Okay, and let's see. So we have an error here. Cannot. Okay, double click. Door that translate current position. Oh, that's a transform. We need to put a position. That's why we had the error message. That's good. Let's go on. So click on door trigger, and then add the script door control. Now the closed position. Position 1 is the closed position, actual closed position. Position 2 is the open position. Current position, leave it empty. door is the door object. And now let's make sure that our player has a player tag. And he's a little bit behind. So the door trigger is here. Let's see. There's a problem. The door current position is position 1. Okay, let's see what went wrong there. Current position. Oh, yeah, here's the problem. We're gonna have a direction vector. Direction. Current position dot position minus door dot position. Okay, and the direction should go in here instead of current position, because that's current position is an actual position, not a direction. So let's see, the door is there. We enter, it opens up. When we leave, it closes. Right. So this would be useful if we actually need a wall. We have a wall and we would like to move with the door. So I'm going to create an empty object. 0, 0, 0. Let's see, right here, and I'm going to name this door. Door objects, right? So I'm going to put them all in this door objects. Let's see if there's a problem. No, works great. Then I'm going to make this a prefab, because I might use other doors, right? I mean, there can be more doors. And then I'm going to just create some walls. So game object cube, and this cube will have the same dimension as this door, which is a 441, right? So the cube, I'm going to call this wall. Let's put it up at 2, 0, and 10, and then 4, 4, right? So we're going to have a wall here, and the player can't go through the wall. Right, and this door, I'm going to create a material for it maybe. Let's create a material. What color should it be? Maybe something like grayish blue. A little bit like this. Blue, gray. I'm going to call this material. And where's my door? Door is there. So I'm going to put blue, gray there. And the rest will have another material, maybe brown. Create material, wall, let's say wall material. And the wall is maybe like this color, a little bit darker. Yeah. So this, and this are going to be wall. Right. So that way I know where can I go. I can shoot stuff, and then I want to go, the door opens, and I pass to the other side. Now in the next video, we're going to actually start implementing the enemy characters. See you in the next video.